5 steps to extract 30,000 to 100,000 per month from your audience online, your social media audience or audiences, with coaching, consulting, course, information type offers. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. All right, the other thing we're going to talk about is how can you do this without needing strategy sessions, calls, discovery calls, whatever you want to name them. How can you do this without needing long webinars or challenges or building a big team, without being tied to your desk all day, right? Without needing to be on Zoom calls all day, without needing setters, closers, and all that kind of stuff. How can we simplify this down, right, into 5 steps, a 5-step process that unlocks those types of results without needing all of that kind of stuff? Let me walk you through these 5 steps in this video, and I think it's going to illuminate a lot for any folks out there who are currently running an information business, selling those things, or are thinking about getting into this game. All right, before we jump into it, if you haven't already, as always, be sure to subscribe, click the bell icon so that you get notified as we drop new content. Check out that first link in the description. You can check out an example of an offer that we ran that did 45K in 11 days. And if you get value from this video or value from that lead magnet that's there on that link, be sure to give the video a like. It really helps us with the algorithm, helps get the channel out to more people, all that kind of jazz. All right. So with that all said, I got some notes down here. So if you see me kind of looking down here, that's why I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. But let's jump into these 5 steps. I want to keep it to the point and punchy and not drag this out. Okay. So step number 1, right? And this just cannot be avoided in the game of personal branding and selling information, is you need to build an audience or some kind of pool of people. All right. Now, we do this with a variety of different traffic sources, but we are heavy on the Facebook game. Okay, we have a Facebook group over there. I'm active on my profile. We also do email marketing in conjunction with that. We use YouTube, but you need to be building and growing every single day a pool of people. Okay, some people might call this like a traffic source, whatever you want to name it. This needs to be something that you set your mind to now and add to it every day. Constant lead flow. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep into that because there's a million and one different methodologies, organic, paid, all that kind of shit. The point is you need to figure out a traffic source that fits you and you need to stick with it. If it's ads, you got to have a budget. If it's organic, you need to be in it for the longer term in order to really see the growth and the compound effect of organic marketing in the long run. Okay, so there's a couple of options there, but you've got to build an audience and you've got to have that audience growing every single day. All right, we'll pause on that. That's step number 1. Let's assume you get that out of the way and you've got a plan around doing that. Okay, you can get in touch with us if you want help with this. But number 2, okay, once we've got that pool of people that's growing, let's say it's a Facebook group, for example, right? I got videos on this channel about how to start and grow a Facebook group. So let's assume you go down that path of growing a group. Now you're building up a pool of people. You've got 500 people, 1,000 people, 1,500 people, 2,000 people in a Facebook group. What do we then do with that pool of people? Okay, this is step 2. All right, you need to consistently create content that does a couple of things. Okay, so if we're using a group, for example, your content's either going to be lives, short form written posts, long form written posts, lead magnets, stuff like that. You need to put out stuff you need to put stuff in front of your audience that is of interest to them based on what you know they're trying to achieve, their goals, their interests, based on what they're struggling with, their pains, all that kind of stuff, all right? Again, content is a subject we can go way deeper on. I'm trying to give you the 5-part framework here, and we have other videos where you can spin off all these different sections in your own time, all right? You need to create content and do it consistently. Content is a cumulative game. It's not a one and done thing. You need to be creating content consistently, all right? If you can't or don't want to do that, this isn't the model for you, straight up. All right, it's something that you need to get to a point where you enjoy it and really embrace it. Okay, I think the reason a lot of people struggle with content is that the way they do it is very intensive. To give you the quick 101 on how we do it, we let our business fuel the content. Okay, I let questions that I get from prospects and clients, stories that come out of my business, results that come out of my business, lessons that come out of my own business, be they my own or clients. I let all that fuel the content, which means that I don't have to constantly jump back and forth between running the business and creating content, running the business and creating content. The business creates the content, okay? Again, topic we can go way deeper on, but think about how you might be able to apply that to your business, all right? So that's the second thing we need to do is put out this content. Now, we want the content to ultimately achieve a bunch of things, but there's 2 main things in particular. 1 is called pre-selling, and 2 is called generating EOIs. We want it doing both of these at the same time, all right? Pre-selling, okay, is just another word for marketing, all right? But we ultimately want it to be pre-selling people before they come into our sales process, whatever that looks like, funnel, DMs, whatever, right? We want it pre-selling people on a few things, okay? Again, a topic we can go way deeper on, but we want it to be pre-selling people on the fact that we actually understand them and their pains and their problems and their challenges and what they're going through, right? And our ability to clearly articulate those things in our content is how well we're going to achieve that. 2, we want to pre-sell them on the fact that we actually have a plan and a solution to help them, right? And an attractive plan and solution to help them that avoids the shit that they don't want to do. All right. If your offer is full of stuff that people have tried before and they hated and they just aren't interested in it, it's going to be really hard to sell. Okay, straight up. So we need to sell them on an attractive plan to solve their problems and achieve the things that they want to achieve by avoiding the shit that they don't want to do. All right. We need to pre-sell them on that plan in our content. All right. The other things that we need to pre-sell them on are us. Okay. Some people watch my videos and don't like me. That's fine. Okay. They're not my people. On the flip side, people watch my videos, get a lot of value, come into our world, become clients. All right, it's just the way it goes. Some people are going to like you, some people aren't. Okay, pre-selling people on your personality, on your views of the world, on your views of business, on your style, on your what you tolerate, what you expect from clients and people in your world, all that kind of stuff, right? Just your approach to life and business needs to be pre-sold to people, okay? You can do this in individual content, right? Like if you put up some kind of lifestyle piece of content, you know, or an opinion piece or a story or whatever, you can do it individually, but you also want to weave it into all of the other content, right? Your sense of humor, the type of language that you use, all that kind of stuff, because you want that consistent on the front end with the person that they're going to be working with on the back end. There's no point being person A in your marketing and your content, and then they pay you to work with you, and you're person B. Those two need to be completely aligned. So that's what we want our content doing at a pretty surface level. Again, we've got videos that go deeper on content, but we want it pre-selling people on working with us, if we want to simplify it down. In the process of it doing that, which is what I mentioned before, number 2, is we want it generating EOIs, okay? Expressions of interest. What do I mean by that? I mean, we want it generating hand raisers. People that say, hey, I'm interested in this, that, or the other thing. That could be your offer, it could be something free. We want it generating likes, comments, views, clicks, shares, opens, all that kind of stuff. All those interactions, right? Or, you know, people watching your stories on Facebook, whatever. All those interactions, I call them EOIs, expressions of interest. The people that are consistently interacting with your content, watching, liking, commenting, following, they're clearly interested in you. They're clearly interested in the subject matter that you're talking about. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing that, okay? What we then do, and this is now where we're getting into step number 3 of our 5-step plan, is we use those EOIs to generate lead flow. Okay, and that's going to happen in one of 2 ways, inbound and outbound, all right? The people that are watching our content consistently, engaging, all that kind of stuff, in some cases, they're just going to reach out and say, hey, how can we work together, right? Or, hey, I've got this challenge, how can you help me? Inbound lead flow, right? And you may get to the point where you've got enough inbound lead flow that you don't even need to touch the other side of this, and that's great. But if you want to push things further, you can also use those expressions of interest, those interactions, likes, views, comments, all that kind of stuff as a catalyst for outbound marketing. All right, get in touch with the people that are reading your emails, that are clicking on your links, that are interacting with your Facebook posts, that are joining your groups, that are watching your videos, all that kind of stuff. They're clearly interested in the topic. They've clearly got challenges that they think you can help them with. Otherwise, why would they be consuming it? Why would they be interested? All right, outbound marketing, yeah, you are going to get rejected or ghosted along the way because you're initiating it and you're going to them. You need to get thick enough skin that it doesn't bother you if people say no, that it doesn't bother you if people ignore you. Okay, and you don't need and don't go, you know, off the handle if someone ignores you or publicly flame them. I see people doing this, and it's fucking nuts. It's stupid, right? They don't have to respond to you. They have no obligation to respond to you. All you can do is lob out the opportunity and see what happens. Even if you open the dialogue and it doesn't go anywhere today, that could happen in a month, 3 months, 6 months. You're building up a pipeline of people, and it's the consistency with which you build up that pipeline that will ultimately lead to the consistency in sales. Okay, so to bring this back together, step number 3, we use those EOIs from our pre-selling content as catalysts for lead generation. Okay, that then gives us step number 4, where we actually talk to the people. Okay, be they inbound or outbound, we have a conversation with them. And this is where people fuck it up because they get so robotic. They get so like stressed out and worry about, you know, all of the minutiae. It's like, just talk to them and be a human and dig into what they're going through, what they want to achieve, what they're struggling with, what they don't like. All right. Again, we've got videos on this channel that go way deeper into all the questions and stuff you might want to ask as part of a process of talking to somebody and trying to get to a point of presenting an offer. But step number 4 is you need to have this conversation with them and go down the path together. All right. The internet is moving away from this boiler room, high pressure sales bullshit, and I still see people doing it, and it's going to cost them in the long term. You need to chill out. You need to have a very constructive and meaningful conversation with somebody to simply find out if they have a challenge you can help them solve. Okay. And that brings us to step number 5, which is where you present your offer. Okay. Some people might do this on the phone. We help our clients build what we call offer assets that present the offer for them. That might be a PDF, a short video, like a Loom video or something like that, or a simple 1-page funnel. It presents all the details about the offer, why it's different, how it can help them, testimonials, all that kind of stuff, the plan of attack. And then the person decides if they want to buy it or not. Okay. Yeah. You can go into objection handling and all that kind of jazz. But at that point, we close the sale. We handle the objection, or maybe we move on and revisit it at a future date. Okay. So that's the 5 steps, right? That last one is present the offer, answer any questions, and get paid and close the sale. All right. In whatever method you do that, right? If you want help building one of these offer assets, like I mentioned, you can get in touch with us. All right. But that's the process. And that's what we do over and over again with our clients to help them pull out 30 to 100K a month from their audience on social media, right? And how they can do it without, you know, long strategy sessions and webinars and all that kind of stuff, because we build those offer assets. They don't need setters. They don't need closers. They don't need 5-day, 7-day, 12-day challenges. We help them eliminate all that shit because we help them build this offer asset that they can just send over, or someone on their team can send over, that has all the details about how they can help people solve their problems. These 5 steps, done well, done consistently, and done over and over and over again every day, and continuing to refine your process, is all you need to extract 30 to 100K per month from your audience, assuming you've got an offer that is on point, right? Again, we can help you with that if you need the assistance, or there's other videos on this channel about it, okay? I've gone really fast, so you might want to rewatch this, but these are the 5 steps, okay? You don't need anything more complicated than this, and that's the flow you need to get into if you're interested in making 30 to 100 grand a month with your course, coaching, consulting, info-based offers, all right? You can get in touch with us. You can click the link. If you want to go deeper with this and get help. Other than that, maybe look at your business and reflect on which parts of these aren't you currently doing. Add them or remove stuff that you're doing that's not really part of this if you aren't getting those numbers yet. All right. Hope you got some value from that. I'll talk to you all soon.